Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuda Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvedam Savadudam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Midamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrshabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namao Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayade Girim Yutkrapatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Ramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I would like to welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So very happy to see once again all of you. And as we are all Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, all of you. Please accept my humble obeisances. I hope all of you are doing good and all of you are preparing for Kartik month, Damodar month. So, yes, that is the reason we are going to discuss the chapter number 9 of 10th canto, isn't it? We have started Damodar Leela, the chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is in the 10th canto, chapter number 9. So I think the last class we started the first two verses, and today we'll be continuing the verse number 3 and 4. Very beautiful pastime. All of you know, all of you have heard many times, but still it is very sweet, isn't it? The more we hear, the more we get attracted to Krishna. So we should not think that, I know this pastime. I have heard many times. Every Damodar month I'm hearing this only, isn't it? Because the entire month, Kartik month, we'll be hearing mostly Damodar Leela only. But in different ways, Acharya's commentaries or some different versions. But of course, it will be all connected to Damodar or Dhambandan Leela. But we should not think that, I know this, have heard it many times. So what is there new now? Nothing like that, because even if it is not new for us, but if we hear more and more, what is going to happen? Our purification is happening. That we don't know actually how it is happening in our heart. But Krishna is purifying all of us, our heart. And also, we are getting attracted to Krishna. We are moving closer to Krishna. The more we hear about Krishna, the more we move closer to Krishna. So powerful. Krishna Katha or Hari Katha is very powerful. We should never think that I know this pastime. Not only Damodar Leela, I mean, even for example, if we are talking about Narasimha Chaturdashi, we'll be hearing Narasimha Dev's pastime, which we have heard. And any other festivals, we will be repeatedly hearing the same pastime. But the more we hear, actually we should actually relish the proper listener, the advanced devotee. The advanced devotee will relish more and more. Our Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was in Nilachal, when he was after sannyas, when he was in Jagannath Puri, he used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlad Leela, Prahlad Maharaj, Narasimhadev's Leela, Dhruva Maharaj Charitra, and all repeatedly every day. Every day he listens, and the more he listens, the more tears will come from his lotus eyes, because he's more and more absorbed in his leelas. So what we can learn from this? So Srila Gadadhar Pandit is repeating the same, and Mahaprabhu is listening the same, but both of them are relishing. So that should be our mood. The more we hear, the more we go, come closer to Krishna. So this particular chapter is entitled as, I'm really sorry, I'm having a little bad throat. From last week, I was having fever. Now I'm okay, but still, the cough is still there. So chapter number 9 is entitled as Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda binds Lord Shri Krishna. So the first two verses yesterday we have seen, but for our benefit, for our purification, let us chant these beautiful verses again. Verse number 1 and 2, just the verses, and the translation I will just read, and also then we will go to the verse number 3 and 4 for today's class. Okay. Shri Shuka Uvacha Ekata Grihadadishu. Sorry. Shri Shuka Uvacha Ekata Grihadashishu Yashoda Nandagehini Karmantarani Yuktasu Nirmamanta Swayam Dhadi Yani Yani Tagitani Tadbala Charitani Cha Dadi Nirmantane Kale Smaranditani Agayata. Very beautiful verse. Srila Sukadeva Goswami. So translation and purports are given by our beloved Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sukadeva Goswami continues. He says, Ekata, one day when Mother Yashoda saw that all the maidservants were engaged in the other household affairs, she personally began to churn the yogurt. While churning, she remembered the childish activities of Krishna, and in her own way, she composed songs and enjoyed singing to herself about all these beautiful activities. So very, very beautiful verse, and translation. Srila Prabhupada has given a very wonderful translation, and I hope all of you have gone through the purport yesterday. So what is the take-home point from here? So she is churning the butter. While churning, she is remembering the childish activities of Krishna. So what is the take-home point for all of us? That so she is doing a job, or she is doing an activity, isn't it? But what is she doing? She is doing the activity, but she is thinking about Krishna, isn't it? So this is the take-home message for all of us. I mean, for our practical application. Apart from the story, apart from the Leela, we should try to dig. We should try to see what is the take-home message for me from this. Yeah, because the hearing of Krishna Katha, the sweetness of Krishna Katha is very, very relishable. Yes. At the same time, there are many important lessons for all of us to learn also from the translation, from the purports, and from the verses itself. So Srila Prabhupada has given very wonderful purport. Yeah, we know that. So here, what is our take-home message? I mean, for our practical sadhana, for our practical life, that whatever activities we do, we should follow in the footsteps of Yashoda. Means we should remember Krishna. So what is the best way of remembering Krishna? Is by chanting the holy names, or singing, or doing mild kirtan, or we can do some, we can chant or we can do kirtan, in the sense, not we don't need anybody else, but we can at least with a nice melody, we can sing. Whatever, when we drive, when we cook, when we clean the house, or whatever activities we do, we can do this. That is what Yashodamai is teaching all of us. So in the purport itself, Srila Prabhupada has given this wonderful point. I know that this would have been covered yesterday, but since it is very beautiful point, which is very practically applicable for all of us, that is why we are repeating the same message. Okay, so Srila Prabhupada is saying that if somebody wants to remain Krishna consciousness for 24 hours, then we should practice the same thing. That's what he says. What is that practice? Remembering Krishna. Remembering Krishna, yena kena prakarena. Srila Rupa Goswami says, yena kena prakarena. Somehow or the other, we have to remember Krishna. And the best way to remember Krishna is by hearing and chanting. So these are the best. Hearing, Shravanam and Kirtanam will help us to do Smaran. The third point is Smaran, right? So for good Smaran, we should hear more, we should chant more. And Srila Prabhupada says in the purport that one who wants to stay in Krishna consciousness should follow such exalted devotees like Yashodamai. So this is the beauty, dear devotees. These are Ragatmika Bhaktas. Ragatmika Bhaktas means those who are Nitya Siddhas, Nitya Parshads of Krishna. So Yashodamai, Nanda Maharaj, they are the eternal father and mother of Krishna. We cannot replace the post of Yashodamai. It is not possible. But we can follow in her footsteps. Means we can follow her activities. We can follow her. We can remember her. We can meditate upon her. That's what, and that's how the sadhana siddhas, or or the sadhakas have to do, because we cannot become ragatmika bhaktas. Ragatmika bhaktas are eternal nitya siddha associates, and what we can do is that we can follow their footsteps. That means raganuga bhakti we can follow. These are some technical terms given by Srila Rupa Goswami, and it is given in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And so Ragatmika Bhakta, those who are following Ragatmika Bhaktas are called as Raganuga Bhaktas. So we are now doing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, right? We are doing Vaidhi Sadhana, means we have a particular set of rules and regulations we have to follow. In the sense, 16 rounds of mala every day, doing in the Brahma Muhurta, then honoring only prasadam, following 4 relative principles, following the instructions of spiritual master. So we have a kind of timetable, or what to say, on some niyam we are following all these things, right? That is called as Vaidhi. We are following some rules and regulations, but we are doing sadhana. But in the same, and in the next level is Raganuga sadhana. Raganuga bhakti is nothing but spontaneous love. So there, these rules and regulations will not be applicable, because it will supersede. The love towards Krishna will supersede all the rules and regulations. So that Raganuga stage is what we are actually aiming for. So we have to rise from this level of Vaidhi sadhana to Raganuga. And only when we attain that stage, then only we will be able to enter into Golaka Vrindavan. Please remember this. Without attaining Raganuga Bhakti, we cannot enter into Golaka Vrindavan, because Golaka Vrindavan is, or Vraja Vrindavan is for only Raganuga Bhaktas and Ragatmika Bhaktas. So we cannot become Ragatmika Bhaktas, that's fine, but we can become Raganuga Bhaktas. Raganuga Bhaktas are followers of the Ragatmika Bhaktas. I hope all of you are getting the point. So we have to rise to that level. And what is the method, or what is the way how we can rise to that level? By doing our sadhana properly, by doing the Navavida Bhakti properly. Secondly, by following the footsteps of these Ragatmika Bhaktas. For example, all of us would have or will have in future some inclinations in our heart towards Krishna. Because we can have different rasas with Krishna, isn't it? Can be a motherly affection. I mean, it can be Shandaras. Oh, Shandaras, we will not talk because even Mahaprabhu said for us, Shandaras is not applicable. He says Dasya, only four, he says. In Dasya, Sakya, Valsalya, and Madhurya. These are the four rasas. And according to our inclination, we have to follow our heart. But now we will not be knowing that. Once we do the sadhana properly, once we are advancing this in the Krishna consciousness, then Krishna will reveal to us, Sri Guru will reveal to us our mood, our actual mood, our inclination. Then we have to work on it. That's what our Acharya says. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Sripad Ayadhya Prabhu says in his books that whatever natural inclination we have, I mean, whatever natural inclination, that particular rasa towards Krishna we have, we should work on it. We should develop that by following the footsteps of those who are Ragatmika Bhaktas in the same mood. For example, if we have Valsalya ras in our heart, then we should follow the footsteps of Yashodamai. We should follow Yashodamai. Then we will be able to come to that stage. So similarly, if we are having any other Sakyaras, then particular Sakha, Subal Sakha or Madhu Mangal or any dear friend of Krishna or Madhuri Rasa or Gopi, whatever, So accordingly, we have to, this is what our Acharya says. But we should not artificially, we are not supposed to do that artificially, thinking that I am a Gopi or I am a Gopa. Not in that way. Krishna will reveal to us when the right time comes. What we have to do now is Shravan and Kirtan and try to remember Krishna always. This is what we have to do. This is what as a practitioner we have to do, right? Okay. So very nice, very nice. We will move forward for today's verse because only 2 verses we have. So I thought, we'll have some discussion. I mean, it was not planned, but it came just like that. Okay, verse number 3. Shaumam Vasa Pratukati Tate Bibrati Sutra Nadam Putra Sneha Snuta Kucha Yugam Jadakampam Cha Subruhu Rajva Karsha Shrama Bhuja Chalat Kankanau Kundalecha Svinnam Vaktram Kabar Vigalan Maladi Nirmamanta. Very beautiful verse. Who would like to chant? Yeah? Nobody? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Shall I try?
Please.
Shaumam Vasa Pratkatitate Vibhrati Sutra Nandham Putra Snehastuta Kuchayugam Jatakampam Cha Shubhruhu Rajva Karsha Shrama Bhujalat Kankanau Kundalecha Svinnam Vaktram Kabara Vigalan Malati Nirmamanta. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes, translation can, I think, now Chitra Mataji recited, I believe. So, Sindhu Mataji, you would like to recite, read the translation?
Audible?
Huh?
Am I audible?
Yeah, yes. Please, Mataji.
Okay, translation. The Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dressed in a saffron yellow sari with a belt tied about her full hips, Mother Yashoda pulled on the churning rope, laboring considerably, her bangles and earrings moving and vibrating, and her whole body shaking. Because of her intense love for her child, her breasts were wet with milk. Her face, with its beautiful eyebrows, was wet with perspiration, and malati flowers were falling from her hair.
Very nice. Yeah. So, you would like to read the purport also, Mataji? Small purport?
Sure.
Or somebody
else?
Okay, no problem. Krishnamurti Prabhu will recite the next one. Okay. You can read, Mataji, purport, please.
Sure. Purport. Anyone who desires to be Krishna conscious in motherly affection or parental affection should contemplate the bodily features of Mother Yashoda. It is not that one should desire to become like Yashoda, for this is Mayavada. Either in parental affection or conjugal love, friendship or servitorship, in any way, we must follow in the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vrindavana, not try to become like them. Therefore, this description is provided here. Advanced devotees must cherish this description, always thinking of Mother Yashoda's features, how she was dressed, how she was working and perspiring, how beautifully the flowers were arranged in her hair, and so on. One should take advantage of the full description provided here by thinking of Mother Yashoda in maternal affection for Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So very beautiful verse wherein Mother Yashoda's beauty is being described here. So how she has dressed. So Mother Yashoda is dressed in saffron yellow sari. The sari, the color of sari is saffron yellow. And she is having a belt tied up about her hips. Very beautiful belt. And she is holding pulling the churning rock. And what she is doing, she is churning the yogurt, right? And laboring considerably, because it's not easy to churn. So it's a it's little bit it's a hard work actually. And when she is doing this churning, what is happening? Her bangles and earrings are moving and vibrating, and her whole body is shaking. So the bangles are moving. The bangles, when bangle moves, there is sound, right? And when earrings are also moving, and it's vibrating, and the body is shaking. And because of her intense love for her child, and she's, what in the previous verse what we have seen, she's remembering Krishna, and by remembering Krishna, she's making beautiful poems, right? Remembering the pastimes of Krishna. She's reciting very beautiful verses, glorifying Krishna. And because of that intense love for her child, what is happening? Her breasts were wet with milk. And her face, here it says, her face with its very beautiful eyebrows. So Mother Yashoda is having very beautiful eyebrows. You can just imagine. She is the mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So how beautiful she will be. And her face is very beautiful, having very beautiful eyebrows. And she was wet with perspiration, because it is, like we have seen, it is some labor is there, right? Because churning is not easy job. And there is some perspiration, and her body is moving. And what is happening during that process? Maladi flowers, which were kept on the hair of Yashoda Mai, is falling down. A very beautiful description of the beauty of Mother Yashoda here. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is giving very important point. What he says, whoever is desiring to be Krishna consciousness in motherly affection, means whoever would like to have, or whoever is desiring for Valsalyaras, dear devotees, then who we should contemplate? We should contemplate on the features of Mother Yashoda, because Mother Yashoda is the ideal. She is the topmost devotee in Valsalyaras, isn't it? So those who are desiring Valsalyaras, Haribol, can you just, those who are desiring Valsalyaras, then we should meditate upon the features of Mother Yashoda. And we can remember this particular verse. If not verse, at least the meaning. Like, she's wearing a saffron sari, and she's having a belt, very beautiful belt. She's doing that churning, and her bangles are moving, and the earrings are moving, body is shaking, like that. Eyebrows, the beautiful eyebrows, Maladi flowers are falling, like that. So meditation, this is meditation. Srila Prabhupada says. So we cannot, Srila Prabhupada says that it is not that one should desire to become Yashoda. It is not possible. As I was mentioning before, she is a Ragatmika Bhakta. We cannot become Yashoda Mai. We can just follow her footsteps. by remembering her, by following her activities. We can also try to not to imitate, but to follow. Try to follow, because we cannot imitate them for sure, because they are all Ragatmika Bhaktas, but we can follow in their footsteps by remembering them, by at least following some of the activities, what they do, like that. So Srila Prabhupada says, I have highlighted here, advanced devotees must cherish this description, always thinking of Mother Yashoda's features. I mean, those who wanted to have parental affection or Valsalaras, then we should meditate upon Yashoda Mai's features. That's what Srila Prabhupada is giving us the hint how to do. The same thing is applicable, dear devotees. Whatever rasas, whatever, as I was mentioning to you in the previously, that whatever rasa we are aspiring for, and whatever inclination we have, we should meditate upon that particular particular devotee who is a Ragatmika Bhakta, and we should follow in their footsteps, and we should read about them, we should meditate upon them, glorify them, like that. It is how it was happening to all the devotees. Our beloved Shripad Aindra Prabhu, who is the disciple of our Srila Prabhupada, and who has started the revolution of Kirtan revolution. In fact, the 24-hour Kirtan, which is still continuing in Krishna Balaram temple of Sri Vrindavan Dham, has been started by Shripad Aindra Prabhu. So Shripad Aindra Prabhu has revealed, his identity in Goloka Vrindavan, wherein he was meditating upon a particular devotee in Goloka Vrindavan, because that has been revealed to him by his spiritual master. And he was meditating upon them, and meditating upon that particular devotee, and he attained that perfection. So similarly, Srila Prabhupada is saying here, if we are aspiring for Yashodamai's, Valsalaras, then we should meditate upon Yashodamai, like that. Very beautiful verse. Okay, next verse, Krishnamurti Prabhu will recite. Tam stanya kama asadya madi matnantim jnaninam harihi grihitva dadi mantanam nyase dad pritim avahan. Yes, Prabhu. Can you please recite?
I will try. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will try, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please.
Tam stanya kama asadya matnantim jananim harihe grihitva dhadi mantanam nyayase dat pritim avaham. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Translation.
Hare Krishna
Divya
Prabhuji,
Mataji.
may I read?
I think somebody has raised the hands, Mataji. Let me
Okay,
just see.
Prabhuji.
Divya Mataji, can you please?
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. While Mother Yashoda was churning butter, Lord Krishna, desiring to drink the milk of her breast, appeared before her, and in order to increase the transcendental pleasure, he caught hold of the churning rod and began to prevent her from churning.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Dandavat pranam.
And Dandavat pranam. Ambika Mataji, can you read the purport, small purport?
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport. Krishna was sleeping within the room, and as soon as he got up, he became hungry and went to his mother. Wanting to stop her from churning and drink the milk of her breast, he stopped her from moving the churning rod. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Very nice. So here, Mother Yashoda was churning the butter, and our little Krishna, he was sleeping in a different room. He was not near actually, but he's hearing the singing of Yashoda Mai from he's sleeping, but he's hearing, and he's looking for her mother, and he could not find anybody there. He's looking for her mother because he's hearing her voice, but he could not find her, because he's the room is dark and he's trying to find her mother, but there is no mother. Nobody is there. Then he's thinking where he's. Then he's hearing the voice. She's singing, and what he does, he will see from the bed. How can I get down now? Because he is very small child. 2 years old only. and he wanted to get down from the, from the bed. He is looking how it is possible, but I want to go to my mother and I want to drink. I am feeling hungry. I have to go to my mother and drink milk, but my mother is not here, and he is now thinking what to do. Then he is sitting on the, in the on the bed and thinking what to be done. Then, like the small childs do, what they do, they slide down from the bed, right? Similarly, our Acharya says Lord Krishna also, the baby Krishna also slides from the bed, and he started running towards her mother because he can hear the voice. She is singing there. So with the hearing that voice, he is running in that direction, where his mother is present. And Lord Krishna's beauty also been described. He is having kundala, he is having bracelets, he is having so many ornaments, and also he is having very beautiful uh, what to say, mm, angle bells. He's having very beautiful angle bells, and when he runs, with the small baby steps, that angle bells is making very beautiful music, in fact. So like that, so we can meditate upon that beautiful form of Krishna, wherein Krishna is sitting on the bed, and half asleep, his eyes are half open, and he's doing like this, like small child does, right? He's doing like this. He is not able to find mama, and he's looking for mama and running towards mama, hearing her voice, like that. And he runs, and when he sees your mother Yashoda is churning the butter, he ran, and he jumps onto the lap of mother Yashoda, and he holds the hand like this. No, stop churning. He's not talking, but he's acting like that. He held the hand of mother Yashoda and said, full action only. Action, because small baby, he's telling that mother Yashoda, I want milk now. You stop churning your business. Stop your business. I want milk now. This is my business. Drinking milk. And mother Yashoda will very happily, give milk to Lord Krishna and to baby Krishna, and like that. The next, I am not going to the next details, because tomorrow again you will be having classes, so I don't want to reveal everything. I mean, just open up everything, but all of but a very, very beautiful pastime. We can all relish these pastimes. The more we hear, try to meditate upon the pastime, dear devotees. That is what, the details, the beauty of Krishna, the earrings of Krishna, the angle bells of Krishna, the tingling sound of Krishna's angle bells, how he is running from the room towards Yashoda Mai, and how he is, in the half sleep, how he's sitting on the bed and doing like this and sliding from the bed. Like this, we have to meditate. This is what we have to do. Like that. Very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful pastime. Very sweet pastime. And okay, so I have only 2 verses today. So many beautiful points we can learn from these verses. First point is that if we have some particular rasa or some particular mood, which is what to say, which is there in our heart, then we should follow that particular devotee, particular Ragatmaya Bhakta, who is Nitya Siddha, and try to follow in their footsteps, and then we will be able to attain perfection. So the example is given here of Mother Yashoda. Whoever would like to have Vatsalya Ras, or whoever has that inclination, should follow in the footsteps of Mother Yashoda. That is first point. What we can learn. Second point is that the more we hear about Krishna's pastimes, the more we should be able to meditate upon those pastimes properly, not just hearing. Hearing we have heard many times. We all know the pastimes, what is happening. Even we know the sequence of pastime. Okay, he's coming and doing that, breaking the pots and going and mother is tying, tying to the mortar, or everything we know, but try to meditate upon that. So this meditation will help us to, to progress in our spiritual life, because smaran is very, very important limb of bhakti. Shravan, Kirtan and Smaran. What Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, yam yam vapi smaran bhavan tyajadande kalevaram. Whoever is remembering me at the time of death, he will attain me. Right? So how that smaran will come? Smaran will come only by hearing and chanting, and at the same time practicing smaran, by meditating. We should practice smaran also. Not artificially. We should not, make some stories, and that's not the right way. We should never do that. But whatever we are hearing, at least we can meditate, right? Whichever is given in the scriptures, whichever is given in Bhagavatam, like that. So we should meditate upon them, those pastimes, and we will be definitely, we'll get that smaran when actually we needs. That is the time of leaving the body. If you are able to remember Krishna, then we are with Krishna, right? So with that note, I would like to stop here for today. And thank you so much, dear devotees, for joining in. And thank you and very inspiring to see your inspiration. Every day you are attending Bhagavatam class. Very nice. You're also very fortunate. In fact, I am also not doing this. Once in a while I come and give the class, but I'm not able to listen to Bhagavatam every day. But you're all doing that. Very nice. Very, in the sense, very fortunate. Please continue like that. And yes, definitely Krishna is seeing everything, all our sincerity. And with this sincerity, Krishna will definitely bless us. Krishna is only seeing our intention behind our all activities, not the quality or not the quantity, but the intention behind that. Of course, the quality, to say, but not the quantity, but the intention he is working, what intention, what is his mood, what he wants actually, what he or she wants. That's what Krishna is looking for. All right. So with that, Damodar Leela in your heart, please meditate upon that. And because this is the night time in India, and this is a time for time to take rest. So please remember Krishna in your sleep by remembering or meditating upon this beautiful, beautiful features of Mother Yashoda, and also the beautiful features of our little Krishna also. All right. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dandot Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Dandot Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much, dear devotees. So I'm ending the session now. Okay. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Kodi Vaishnavvrindi ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grandraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. ISKCON Guru Vrindi ki jai. Samaveda Gaura Bhakta Vrindi ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari. Hare Krishna. Thank you.